Hello, everybody, and welcome to the next match of the Zelda Randomizer Winter 2024 tournament. We have a vodcast between ta909 and fcoughlin, with ta909 being up 1-0 in the series. I am Elso, and I'm joined here in the booth by Tracy M.
Hi, everyone.
So, I don't know how the Tracy curse applies in this instance, but look, we get a recorder start.
Well, it wasn't the Tracy, it was the Tracy Rick curse.
Oh,
because
that's right.
Because it was me and Rick, and we called the same first half, second quest, second half, first quest, for about a week. Surely that won't happen tonight, or won't have happened. This is a vodcast, so both these runners have played this. If either one pops into chat, it's okay. They're allowed. They know what they did. I don't know if they know what their opponent did yet.
Well, TA got a bomb pack, so that's nice.
Yay! We got a recorder, so we're immediately checking those recorder spots.
And Fred got a bomb pack.
Yay! Everybody got bombs.
Bombs for everybody!
Alright, so looks like we have Dark Nuts and Gurias in the overworld, which means the Wizropes and the Lionels, all the shooty things are gonna be all the painful shooty things. I mean, Gurias are technically shooty things, but your shield at least blocks those.
Which means it's time to buy a magical shield.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna see that today.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, first Armos check is not the item.
It's an expensive candle.
I'm thinking they're gonna want to find a take any. That's a pricey candle.
Oh, come on. We all know that the large secret's gonna be 50.
I mean, to be fair, if they happen upon a candle shop with enough money, they're gonna buy the candle. Most runners are gonna take the first one that's available to them. But they'll be happy not to spend that money if they can find the Take Any Cave. Fred, meanwhile, finds level 5.
About to say, how about just level 5 instead? Okay, how about level 9?
And not doing much in level 9. And that entry, yeah, that could be a first or a second quest entry into level 9.
Yeah, 9 is one of those ones where if you start in the center, you just assume it's every quest.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, so, immediate ladder block.
Okay. There's an item on TA's side, I missed what it was.
Okay, ladder and, well, so much for the ladder block, because apparently the Armos item is the ladder!
I call shenanigans.
Alright, well, and so, here's Magic Sword. Yeah, okay, so to talk about a little bit of their game 1, which was aired yesterday, really came down to level 5. TA got the ladder out of level 5 first time through. Had to come back for the recorder. Fred could have gotten both items out of level 5 first time in because he already had the recorder. Didn't get either item, and in fact, the second time in there, when he realized that there must be something going on, died in the room with the ladder. And didn't go back. Went just about everywhere else. There's a candle for TA, and Fred, meanwhile, is in level 1.
Fighting some Wizropes and Paul's voice and saying, you know what, I'm just gonna not fight them right.
I think that's a smart call. This is shapes. This is shapes like, front half, 2Q back half. There we go. We've already got it all figured out.
We get 2Q8. It's the worst level ever.
Well, okay. I disagree. 2Q4 is the worst level ever.
Well, I mean, when the game just throws a power bracelet at you in level 8, sure.
99 rupee bombs showing up for TA. That actually confirms the 2Q back half, because the bomb upgrade is going to be in level 8 if it's a 2Q back half.
Yep.
Not to mention this entry is very 2Q.
There's that. There's some free bombs. This is probably a stair.
It's level 8. They're all stairs. Fred does not quite survive the manhandle. Yeah, exactly.
Cayenne pepper cinnamon rolls.
And it is a transport, which is not surprising, considering there are 5 two-way transports, 2 one-way transports, and 2 items.
Yes. And TA is like, okay, I'm out. Oh, thanks.
Yeah, 3 hearts this early. You've got a ladder, so you can get the free item on the coast. Go get your free item on the coast, and then figure out what you want to do. Fred's still exploring this level 1, which is okay.
It honestly looks kind of like a drumstick, like a chicken leg or something.
Okay.
That somebody took a bite out of.
38 mid-secret, that's good.
Ghost item is the white sword.
See, now you go back with the white sword. That's really nice. Now,
I mean, I'm almost tempted to just retry, get the ladder, get the white sword.
I would totally do that. These guys aren't going to do that. In fact, yesterday their Armos item was the white sword, and neither one of them retried into the candle.
And the white sword item is a silver arrow sitting right next to stars.
Yay! We don't have to worry about a silver search. We might have to do both search.
I don't know, with how much this game is just throwing items at them, I'm not sure we're gonna have to search for anything.
I mean, yesterday's seed was pretty jet if you ordered it right, and TA did, or mostly did. Today's seed could happen again.
Now, it looks like Fred did pick up a heart container in level 1. Oh my goodness!
148! Large secret! Buy something, TA. Before it all gets taken away.
You mean like that?
Yes, I mean like that.
Looks like it's 20. Looks like it's 19 for the door repair, as level 3 is found.
That's an interesting color. Fred finds level 9. Fred should be about to find his ladder.
And in doing so, we'll likely find level 8, we'll find some other stuff. There's a Triforce, but this room will stay dead for TA, so he's got no real reason to go pick it up immediately.
Hey, we got a key. We can do stuff.
Ladder for Fred.
So if we goes to the coast, gets his white sword.
I like the suggestion in chat of go buy the bomb upgrade in 8.
You know, that actually is a pretty good one. That bomb upgrade was not very deep in.
Very
I'm always team buy something. Like, I don't even care what, just buy something. Spend some of that money before it gets taken away.
So buy the magical shield, got it.
Do you ever buy the magical shield? Seriously?
I bought one yesterday!
Oh, did you? Okay, well, I wasn't watching.
I lost it to a like that.
I see Opno Point in chat saying he would, but he's got the cute smiley face magical shield, so I...
Fred will pick up a candle there. Candle here, candle there, candle everywhere.
Well, everybody's got a candle now, it's all good. Fred finds level 8. Unfortunately has not found the large secret yet, so he's also not going to be able to currently afford the bomb upgrade.
Oh, but is not going to clear that room with the power bracelet, isn't it? That could be a potential concern.
Well, hopefully he goes back after doing this down path. He's got a key, so he can go a little bit further.
Yep. Hopefully the power and I'm kind of hoping the power bracelet blocks something besides just the silvers, because if it just blocks the white sword item, you might be willing to say, okay, I'll just skip it and come back if the game tells me I need it.
Yeah, that'd be especially dangerous with it being the white sword item. A late white sword item for something like silvers, that's really tough at that point.
Especially depending on where the hint for the white sword item is at.
Mm-hmm.
It could very well be Raft blocked with a Raft at 9.
Okay, Fred's gonna do this room. I mean, it's gels. You can kill gels even in a quad shooter room.
Yeah. And if Fred is not tipped off that this is 228 yet, he will be now.
Yeah, there's that bomb upgrade. 99 rupees isn't bad, but yeah, we can't afford that right now. At least Fred can't.
Heart container.
Heart?
4 and 3. So I'm curious how much Fred's going to grumble that now that he has to play second quest.
Maybe you should talk to the creator of the randomizer about second quest being in the randomizer.
I've heard he's not a fan of it. Don't quote me on that. Looks like you can walk through the wall here. Continue going a little bit deeper. More Lionels.
I don't think did TA get a stair item? There's a hint shop. I don't think he got a stair item.
TA did not. He only got the floor power bracelet and then left because he didn't have any keys.
No, I mean in level 3.
Oh, level 3?
Yeah, he got a heart on the floor, but I don't think we got a stair item there either.
No, he might have been key blocked out of it.
Oh, he's gonna leave a ton of that money on the table. That's the other reason why you need to spend that money. That is rather unfortunate.
A little surprised Fred didn't use a bomb when they were all grouped up like that. But we're gonna see another Starinate.
Another transport, which is as expected.
Oh look, another stair.
Another stair room. Another one. Alrighty, is oh, I was about to say these are shells. Shells aren't difficult enemies, but you are one-hit KO.
Their hitboxes are a little disjointed.
Yeah, that's true.
And Fred's going to leave.
I think that's the right call. Go get your white sword.
So
he knows that. He doesn't know it's a white sword, but go get your free item.
And now TA is going to head over to level 5, but does not have.
Should be able to pirouette some of the, at least one of these. Yeah, we can't get that one going down, but we can get the one going to the right.
And now TA will see this ladder block.
Yes, but he's got a ladder.
Well, yes, but it's still a ladder block.
It is a ladder block. You still see the ladder block and immediately forget that it was even a thing because... Hi, look. We already know where hints are. He's got lots of money. I think we're going to see some... Oh, and I like this, going back here. Leok returns to the forest. That's not useful.
I do expect to see that he might make some purchases in the near future.
Yeah, I think next time he saves, I expect to see hints purchased.
Now, Fred may not necessarily need that book to find the silvers because it wasn't a very convenient location, all things considered.
Yeah, I don't think he's missing the silvers. It's a little. If he hadn't gotten the power bracelet, it's a little bit scary if at the end of the game you're missing the white sword item and your options are search out power bracelet spots for the white sword item. Ew, that's a terrible mugger.
TA's gonna elect to pay it.
Yeah, he doesn't need hearts.
It's an interesting choice to make when you have silver still sitting out there. If you have the silvers from the white sword item in hand, then yeah, I see going ahead and paying it. I don't like paying it before checking the bomb wall, though.
Yeah, that's fair.
That I really don't like.
Fred finds the hints. Those aren't cheap hints either, which is good that we have as much money as we do. Yeah, see, there's that bomb wall. He could have just bombed right out. Didn't need to pay it at all.
Yep. Fred now finds 3. And looks like we're going to get transport here in 5.
Unofficial rule of 5.
Yep. The unofficial rule is that the first stair will always be a transport of 5.
That's right. And it's the unofficial rule of 5 because it isn't actually true. It just feels that way.
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of... He's got a key, so he's got to spend that key. Because he can't... Well, I couldn't have... That's a difficult Kanana key when you have to push the block anyway, so it's fine.
Fred will get the Kanana key in level 3 to get to the heart. Gets the heart. Not gonna like to reopen that door, though. Oh, wait, yep, he is.
Yeah, I always cringe a little bit when runners don't reopen the door and make sure it stays open, because... then they have to come back in, and unless they've gotten the any key in the meantime, they're just wasting a key later.
There's a compass for TA. And, oh, shoot.
Hi, shoot room.
You like the shoot room.
Not a bad one. You know, the Tektites are not the worst enemy to have in there, because you'll be able to hit all of them.
Exactly.
Apparently they're 3 HP, and that's no fun.
You can deal with it enough, as long as you don't get a clock while they're like outside of the level.
Okay, here's...
Stair item.
Yep, stair item. It is the red candle.
Okay. Allows you to more effectively boost your way past red bubbles. Allows you to reset your count more efficiently, and is a repeatable offense weapon if you do get red bubble.
Yeah, big fan of the red candle in these flags.
Red's not going to go and reopen that door. And that door is going to relock.
Oops.
But
that's 0 keys, he just can again. He might just grab the Triforce and get out, just like TA did.
Now, TA's got a little bit of an issue. TA's issue is solved.
It is level 5. Level 5 in shapes and first quest will have the bomb upgrade. I'm pretty certain it's a function of anytime you have half your dungeons vanilla, the other half the things will roll into the first quest. So in this case, we have a back half of 2Q, and this entire tournament's been that way because you can't have a full shape setup. Because we have played the there's been some pickup races lately where we've taken the flags from the tournament but just turned all shapes on, and then the bomb upgrades are just wherever.
Yep. And it's actually 2Q in particular is a problem with that because 2Q doesn't have enough old men to make the shuffle effective.
Yeah, and that makes sense, but it's happening with 1Q as well, so I'm just chalking it up to vanilla dungeons.
Yeah, there's something about vanilla that just doesn't like to be mixed. What's that? Vanilla doesn't like to be mixed, but vanilla and chocolate is great ice cream.
Alright, there's the manhandle that Fred died to. TA's
Now,
also died to it.
If TA had that extra heart, you might have survived.
You know, he might have.
But yeah, it's just I don't think paying the mugger as a whole was a bad idea. I think paying him
before checking, yeah.
Gleok lurks on Death Mountain. That's important.
That'll be level 4.
Are you sure this is the right seed? And there's our... Oh, hello. This is a new bomb wall that Fred sees.
Oh, and this could be an item.
It is?
This is an item.
Okay.
This is segmented. I don't think this is segmented, though.
No, this feels like it's going to be the item, and it's a heart.
Okay.
That does guarantee Fred silvers.
Unless he goes back into 5 and pays the mugger with a heart. Alright, there's a heart for TA.
So, one runner on 4, one runner on 6. Fred's just got to clear out that buyer. Does so with a candle, and Fred is now on the board.
Alright, if TA doesn't go back to level 3 for that heart container, he'll be fine.
Yeah.
He might lose time going back there if a bow search happens, because it's a small dungeon. You might go back there earlier than other dungeons.
Or if... And Fred's also going to leave a bunch of money on the table.
Well, both runners... Ooh!
Oh, hi.
That's pretty. We got a nice red ring sitting on the floor, free as can be, for TA there. That's a really nice find. Now, not that he was going to buy the blue ring anyway, but, you know...
And one thing that I've consistently seen while doing commentary for this tournament is that the defense upgrade from the red ring ends up mattering a heck of a lot more than the offense upgrade from the white ring matters.
Well, you take a player like TA who's perfectly happy playing without a ring and enjoys the challenge of the combat, and then suddenly he doesn't even have to worry about defense. Like, it just speeds him up so much.
I expect TA is going to go check the magical sword, check the silver arrows on 4 hearts, and if you can't pick it up, go check it on 5, and basically get as few hearts as possible so that you don't need as many hearts to get back to beam swords. Because that's something that a lot of runners, especially at the higher levels, sometimes like to do, is say, okay, I'm going to limit my hearts to as many as necessary for the white sword item, or 3 if I don't need the white sword item, to keep those beam swords as much as possible, especially with the red ring.
There is a 5th heart for TA. That's 67% chance he'll be able to pick up those silvers.
Yeah, and I think you do pick... I think even if you are going for the low heart strats, you still pick that up because you don't know how many hearts you need for silvers.
Yeah, you don't stop until you have 6. And then once you have 6, you know, you can do whatever.
Yeah. So TA up 3 Triforces to 1. Fred focusing a little bit more on exploration though, which is not insignificant.
Yeah, the biggest thing right now is TA with that red ring is just going to be able to go a little bit faster in general. Fred is, Fred knows where level 1 is, knows where level 5 is. He was ladder blocked out of 5, so he could go back there whenever he wants, but doesn't necessarily need to rush back there. Probably wants to be able to do 1 and 5 together when he decides to go back to those dungeons, but maybe looking for a different dungeon for now. Hey, vanilla price bombs, we're going to buy some.
And Fred did like to buy a key earlier, which I do like the purchase. Also, the meat is 40 rupees.
We might need that. Level Q28 tends not to have a meat block that matters, but it happens.
TQ8's meat block is kind of weird because it just really depends on how much the stairs decide to cooperate.
Yeah, I mean, usually, a lot of times it's just on the horizontal, and then it just doesn't matter. Just hi, hungry, whatever, you know? Yeah. Hi, hungry, whatever. But if it's in one of the vertical columns, then it can be a problem, especially if it's on one of the single columns.
Of course, this is assuming you can't just stare around it.
Yeah, exactly.
Which that's the other thing that makes 8s less likely. If we had 2Q front half with Second Quest 3, I'm absolutely buying that 40 rupees.
Oh, at 40 rupees? Of course. Especially with the money as good it is.
And 2Q3 is so likely to be blocked.
2Q3 is the most predictable dungeon. It's always got the bait block somewhere. It's always got 3 key doors. It doesn't have any bomb walls or walk-through walls.
2Q3 is that dungeon that, even if it's not required, half the time you end up taking it out anyway. Oh, hello. Okay, no raft required. The Duggar Gases with the thank you!
The obligatory book hint.
And Korea Grumbles with the oh!
Oh, that's a biggie. Okay.
If I'm TA in this situation, I'm just ignoring every dungeon that isn't 7. Like, I'll go and get my Triforce.
Yeah, oh yeah, absolutely. No, I totally agree. There's no guarantee that anything is yet. There's no guarantee that anything is blocked by anything. We do not have a forced overworld block in this flag set. Now, saying that, the odds of a forced of a overworld block still pretty high. Of course, we have the recorder for some of it. We have the ladder already. That counts as a forced overworld block. Hey, level 6.
But likewise, as Fred is in level 2, the other side of that coin is you have a recorder, so you're perfectly fine to just make the game tell you that you need more items.
Yeah,
because you can just
absolutely
go back to dungeons to get those items. But
actually, at this point, all we're missing is the raft anyway.
Well, we know the raft's not required, so yeah, I think TA can honestly treat this as if he's in go mode. Fred does get the any key, which could be very important.
Yeah, wasn't it a bomb any key mugger?
It was a yes. No, heart container key.
Oh, it was heart keys. Heart keys?
Skill.
Yeah, that'll be. Yeah, the any key is really nice to find.
And the one problem is because of where it wasn't to, it was actually pretty easy to get to because it's kind of in your direct path. I don't think TA is going to miss it. But TA, honestly, even though it may not seem like it, I normally hesitate to call leads this early. TA, I think, has a significant lead here between the rendering and the information.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, Fred is looking fine, but yeah, getting the Armos item before going into 5. You know, it's just, again, you know,
it's always
I'm such a fan of, you know, get those free items, get that ladder. Get that,
yeah,
get that, not that it didn't have to be a ladder, but get those free items. It could be a ladder, it could be a red ring, it could be a white sword. You know, those nice to have items. And, you know, even if it's just a container heart, you know, it gets you your white sword item earlier, potentially.
Speaking from the standpoint of having been in this tournament previously, when I switched to focusing more on getting my Armos item before digging dungeons, I found much better success.
Mm-hmm.
So I think there is definitely something to that, not just from a commentator's perspective, but from a runner's perspective too.
Mm-hmm. Oh, there's the Triforce out of 6 for TA. He got a cart container out of here, so he knows he'll be able to pick up those silvers whenever he wants.
And honestly, I don't see him doing it until he's natively going to up A anyway, or until he gets that bow. Because it doesn't do him any good to go out of his way to pick them up immediately.
No, because he's not going to have use of them until he finds 7.
There is an argument to be made that to go ahead and pick them up so that when you get the bow, you can immediately use it in the event that there's Gomas in 7.
There's also the argument that you saw an any key mugger, that will be in 7. There will be 2 of them in 7, and the bow might be behind that. So, you know, any key / hearts, you're gonna want to give up the hearts, and if you're only at 6 hearts and you still haven't picked up the silvers, that could be a problem. So there's There are reasons to go pick it up sooner rather than later.
Yes. Now,
If you
caveat, we don't even know where 7 is yet.
We have no idea.
Oh, the Triforce is in the top of 2. That could be interesting, because TA may end up not getting the Anarchy. Oh, wait.
Possible.
Actually, yeah. If TA goes north first. We'll have to see when TA gets into 2. TA is currently in Death Mountain, though.
He's nowhere near 2.
Yeah.
Alright, this is going to be the Triforce for Fred.
And realistically, I think TA would like to find 7 first. Because if TA can get the Triforce out of 7, even if he doesn't get the bow on first trip, he can up A, go get the silvers, get the healer glitch, and then just whistle back to 7 to get the bow.
Yeah, that'd be reasonable.
Here's 4.
Level 4.
TQ4 is in... We don't have TQ4, we're good.
This is Shapes 4. TQ4 is a horrible dungeon.
Suddenly Shapes 4 rolls to TQ4.
Well, I mean, it can't completely... Oh my. That's...
Alright,
okay.
so that is a cloud.
Chat, what is that? It's a cloud.
That is a cloud over level 6.
And we got Wizrobes in this dungeon. Fred's gonna pick up another heart in the meantime.
I like using the bomb to try to get some double damage in.
Deteriorating Massachusetts. From chat.
Connecticut has taken its revenge. Rhode Island hasn't caught up yet.
You see an upside down cat? Yeah, I could see that. Yeah, I could see an upside down cat.
Yeah.
Has Fred still not seen the white sword item? Because he just bought arrows.
He has not seen the white sword item.
Not so in the white. Seen it. Okay. That makes sense. Buy your arrows while you have money.
I'm trying to think of what other state this could do.
Yeah, I thought Fred might buy the potion. Grab the potion this last take anyway. It's gonna grab the heart.
What's about the 10?
Boomerang in level 4. TA says no.
Yeah, I don't think the boomerang is going to help TA at this point. There are some use cases for it, such as certain enemies roll down, being able to pick up items from across the room, or making bomb forces easier. But this late in the seed, if you've already seen that you're go mode minus bow and you know where the bow is,
yeah,
TA might. It's very reasonable to think, oh, my opponent made the same round and is in the same position that I am.
Yep. In fact, he just got the compass, and so he's just heading straight towards that blinking dot.
Yeah. So things TA might be looking for. TA may be looking for the wand, which would give him a secondary combat option if he gets red bubbled, as well as wand sword glitch. Maybe looking for the any key.
But I don't think he's going to look back for... Yeah, that's about it that he'd want. Yeah. He's done with 4.
And also the case of just doing the due diligence of making sure that you don't miss, again, one of those 2 items free. Because missing an item like that could make a difference, given the skill level of these 2 runners.
And I saw something about someone by the coast, which I assume is going to be our magic sword, because we've already... I didn't see an item listing, nor... Oh gosh, more hints.
A feat of strength elite. That's huge,
too. Level 7 is under a power bracelet, so he doesn't even care about the other hints. That's all he needs.
Wait. TA? Oh, we already did the power bracelet spot. We're good. So, wait. TA has knowledge of all but 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's perfectly fine to just leave. And there. Oh, it's in the grave! It's not power bracelet blocked. Red's in 7.
I mean, TA's smart enough to know that counts as a feat of strength. So the power bracelet just not required at all?
It's not. Well, I mean, it's required for getting the silvers, but that's a minor detail.
Yeah, okay. It is required. It's not required for a dungeon.
Yes. TA will probably make his way back over there as he does detect the grave power bracelet spot, so it's not that big a deal. It's just kind of an interesting little note.
Yeah, that is for newer players, and if you are a newer player, keep this in mind. I have seen that particular situation mess up players before. Newer players that don't know that a feat of strength doesn't have to be a power bracelet spot. Those grave spots do count.
Now, Fred is probably going to dig the items out of here, which will net him a bow.
Yes.
He certainly won't be upset. Oh!
Ooh.
Well,
there's that lack of red ring.
Yeah. I don't think TA last location 7. And the reason I don't think TA... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
In the sense of it might be his last push.
Potentially, but I don't think he's going to last location out in the overworld, because he's just going to go to push block spots as soon as he finds level 2.
Yep.
Okay, among push blocks, yes.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I think it might be his last push block.
The real question is when is... Oh, TA's not even going to take it. He's just going to leave that potion there for later.
Yeah, well, I'm surprised. Yeah, grab the potion. Might as well.
Yeah.
If you don't want the heart, you don't need the heart. You've already picked up your silvers.
Fred's now fighting a Patra at level 7.
I mean, this could be the bow here. He doesn't know that, but oh gosh. Gone down to 1 heart. Okay, he's got the thing unexpanded, so that's good.
No expander Patras. And...
Just a key, which he doesn't need, because he's got the any key. Where was level 2? I completely missed where level 2 was.
I want to say it was Deadwoods.
Okay, that makes sense. Because, yeah, Fred was definitely in that area. And there's the boomerang on the floor for Fred. So that's actually good for him. He's already seen the floor item, so now only has to worry about stair items. Not that he doesn't know that the bow is here yet, because he hasn't found the book and hasn't been able to buy the hints.
Yes, and that does answer the question from chat of, we do know that the bow is here in 7 due to a hint, and there's level 2. Okay, it's not quite Deadwoods, but it's Deadwoods adjacent.
I guess technically it's near start.
I think it's actually...
that any key was not missable.
Yeah. I don't think TA is going to be looking for any items at 8. He'll just come across items and stairs of 8 looking for the 8 million transports.
Alright, to answer the who got the hint, well, there's only one player that has the book. TA has the book. TA's gotten all the hints. Fred, unfortunately, when he got to 5 before he had the ladder, 5 is hard ladder blocked. And actually, I don't know if it's hard ladder blocked, but there was also a key door. And you didn't have a key either, so he could not get into 5 at all.
It's not hard ladder blocked, and if you have beam swords, you can technically get the book without the ladder as long as you're willing to do it flip.
Yeah, that's true.
But that's a lot to do without a ladder when for all intents and purposes, it looks like it's ladder blocked.
And you're, 5 minutes into the race.
Yeah, you have other better places to get.
Yep. And TA's going to find this Triforce without even getting the map or the compass. It's just going to happen upon it.
The book was in a horizontal river room. We're hearing predictions that TA is going to sub-hour. Honestly, if TA keeps going at this rate, it could very well be a sub-50.
Yeah, I mean, we do have 2Q7 and 2Q8, which aren't fast dungeons. We do also have 2Q9, which is a fast dungeon, relatively speaking.
And TA is going to have to dig 2Q7 for the bow.
Yes.
But she is headed that direction.
Yeah, he is going to get... I don't know which of the grave spots this was, but he is going to push the grave last. So.
Yeah, because he's definitely going to do this first. But he's not going to check any of these other caves looking for anything else.
He doesn't need anything else.
Yep. TA?
TA?
Oh, he's going to the bogey arrow.
Oh, ouch.
He's gonna go to the bogey arrow.
Okay. I mean, he's not thinking of the grave push black. So this might be like TA knows the logic. TA has been playing this game long enough to know the feat of strength to mean the grave push blocks. But that's not what you're thinking. You're thinking, I need to find a power bracelet spot, because that's what feat of strength usually means. It means a power bracelet spot plus the 2 grave spots. When this isn't level 7, he might pause a moment, but he'll figure it out.
Yeah, so we know that level 7 is power bracelet block. But we know that the
strength
feat
block.
of strength blocked, I should say. The bogey arrow has actually done more damage to TA than anything else in the seed right now.
Yeah, I would agree. Funny.
And there's bogey in chat.
Yeah, and TA's heading in the right direction.
Yeah. So a little bit of time, but still very well within the sub hour range, reasonably well within the sub 50. Probably not going to get a sub 40.
Did you see that bomb that Fred just let off, and it
Yes.
would have killed every one of those Lionels except they rolled up.
Yep. That's the kind of bombing that we like to see when the enemies group themselves. It's like, well, why not just drop a bomb and blow everything up? Now here's where having the red ring is going to help TA out tremendously.
Oh yeah, those. I mean, TA with 6 hearts red ring is much better off defensively than Fred, who's got 10 hearts but no ring.
Yep. TA is going to skip the map, doesn't need it. And this kind of goes back to what I was mentioning earlier. It seems like the defensive upgrade of the red ring is way more impactful than the combat upgrade. I would argue, just in general, even if it's wood sword to magic sword.
Yeah, I think that's what we've seen a lot of.
Wood sword to magic sword's a little bit harder to gauge because it is a 4x damage increase, but certainly I would rather have a red ring than a white sword.
Yeah, I mean it turns you into a glass cannon, essentially. You just get killed very easily. There's the mugger. There's one of the muggers.
Fred's elected to pay it with the infinite keys. Now he has infinity minus 2 keys.
Which is infinity.
Yes.
Funny how math works.
What is infinity divided by infinity?
It's an indeterminate number. It's like 0 divided by 0.
If we mention dividing by 0 too much, my PC is going to crash. That actually happened too. That's the best part.
Oh no.
Chat was discussing the merits of dividing by 0 and my PC crashed.
Oh, that's funny.
I agree with not crashing the universe also.
Yeah, that would be a problem.
And I want to pick apart the statement of some infinities are bigger than others. Is there actually a thing to that?
I know exactly what you're talking about. I could talk at length about that, but this is Z1R. Let's not.
At least not in the immediate.
Okay, that's fair. We'll just say that yes, that's a thing, and move on, and try and find this bow. Fred, oh, there it is, right in the middle of the middle spiral part. And I'm really glad that Fred found it, because he has no reason to know that the item in this dungeon is any good. TA will find that because he knows that the bow is here and will not leave this dungeon without it.
Yep. Also, the Triforce hasn't been found yet, so it's not like Fred's necessarily lost time looking for this item because he hasn't found the Triforce either.
Yeah, that's absolutely true.
And that's something that I think sometimes doesn't necessarily get talked about. Is like, we'll discuss things in terms of, oh, they're spending this much time looking for the item, and while yes, they're spending that time looking for the item, if they haven't found the Triforce yet, it's not necessarily time lost.
Yeah, exactly. Like sometimes, and that's when it gets a little scary, is when you get that Triforce really early in the dungeon, and now if you're going to look for the item, now it's going to cost you time, and you hope you get something good. You don't feel bad about a deep dig into a dungeon when the Triforce is not free.
Also, to answer a question from chat that has already been answered by chat, this is the quarterfinal. This is not the finals. Although,
I mean, if you told me this was a finals matchup, I'd believe you.
Yes.
But it's not.
There have been a lot of matchups in this tournament that you could look at and say, oh, this is the finals.
Yeah, there were a couple in the first and second rounds.
Yes, such as TA versus Hightown.
And yes, vodcast means these two ran the seeds async because they could not come to a They could not come to a time that worked for both of them, and so they both ran the seeds separately. And so yeah, and this is the result. We get to sit down and watch them play, days later. So yeah, I mean, I don't think neither one was in chat yesterday, and I don't know that either one's in there now, but they could be. Like, it's perfectly allowed.
Yes. That also does mean that, while we've generally seen a trend where once a runner finishes in a head-to-head, the other sometimes will forfeit, sometimes will not, based off of how long they have left. In this case, both runners are going to be fully finishing, I'm pretty sure.
So Fred's not going to be able to see those hints, but he doesn't actually need any of the hints.
I mean, he would like a hint for where level 4 is.
Oh, well, the hint he needs is the one that says what's at the white sword item.
Yes.
There's the boomerang for TA, and he does not pick it up.
Yeah, that might. If he skipped the magical boomerang, I'm not sure he's going to go pick up the regular one. Even
No,
though it isn't...
I mean, on the floor, it's a little. You know, if you're going to pick one up on the floor is a lot less time lost than picking one up in the stair. But yeah, at this point, it doesn't really do much for him. I mean, I'm a big fan in general of the boomerang, but I'm not sure I'd go too far out of my way with this kind of loadout already.
Yeah.
There's a bow for TA.
Dun, 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 dun. But still needs a Triforce. And actually,
I feel like TA did spend a lot less time in this 7. I think that may just be to what you keep talking about, that red ring.
Yeah. The other thing is, I think Fred now knows where all of his dungeons are. So the question is, how much time is Fred going to spend in items looking for the silvers?
Yeah, that's true. Having not seen the white sword location, that is never a good feeling when that white sword item is not found and you've found all your dungeons. Because I think most runners won't go out of their way looking for the white sword item anymore. And in this case, he has to go get it. It has to get that white sword item. And I'm a little surprised he didn't check that power bracelet spot sooner, because it's really close to where the start spot was.
Unless he just has felt I don't have a reason to go back there.
Yeah, could be. Yeah, the white sword item is the fairy fountain push block.
Mm-hmm. And the other thing is, once Fred gets the book out of 5, is he going to go buy hints? Is he going to go look at hints to try to figure out where his silvers are, which will end up being beneficial in the long run? So
yeah, I mean,
it's going to help Fred a little bit, but
I mean, even hints that tell you things that you don't already know will usually be useful because they can eliminate items in places you've already been.
Well, the big hint that Fred would want to see is that white sword item hint. He may actually
a feat of strength will lead. Yeah, a feat of strength will lead to the silvers. Would be what he would need in that sense.
Either that, or I think he's seen that there is a hint at Vanilla 1, which I believe, according to the chat, was where the white sword item hint itself is. So he may just go there and say, okay, well, if I can figure out where my white sword item is, then I can know if I can get it or not.
Yeah, that would be really smart, because, you know, when you have the hint, you can tell it's a hint for white sword / magic sword by you walk in and nothing happens. You don't lose money. But you still get the normal generic phrase, because if you don't get a generic phrase, then it's a potion shop. So it's really easy to spot those two locations, and then it's just a matter of whether it's the magic sword item, or whether it's the magic sword or the white sword item.
Fred had a reasonably quick level 4, actually. Got both items and Triforce out of it.
I mean, aside from the lack of knowledge of the silvers, I don't think Fred's that far behind. Now, he also has to dig this level 8 for the Triforce, so that's gonna, you know, unless he can do this faster than TA. And level 8 is kind of the equalizer that 9 isn't when you have a 2Q back half, because, you know, you could take one player takes a staircase that gets them to the Triforce, the other one doesn't, or, you know, vice versa. And you can have very different amounts of time in level 8.
But Fred still got the problem of needing to find, or rather, not having the red ring.
Yeah, I don't think he's getting it, because that was not the direction of the Triforce in level 1.
There's a wand at 9.
I would take the wand.
I don't think he wants to deal. I think he just doesn't want to deal with the book fight. I would be clearing that Goma. Oh, he's got the compass, so the Goma at best is going to be a floor heart, I guess, which he doesn't care about. Maybe a key. No, wait.
No, we don't need a key. He's got the Andy key. He's got all the keys.
Hey, bait block. You can't say none shall pass if we come in from the side.
I know, right? And that's the other way the bait can be useless is when, did you see the way he just turned around and fired the silver arrow to kill the Goma there? That was really good. I quite enjoyed that.
There are two reasons I can think of. One is that this could be a shoot room. The other is the thing hit him on the way down and he wanted to kill it. The TA is going to be a 9 in, well, at roughly 45-ish minutes.
Yeah, well, if this bombs or walks through.
Oh, well, there we go.
Okay, so we're gonna spend a little more time in 8. The game says, no, we're not quite gonna let you walk all the way there.
Oh, this is big. Fred gets silvers.
Okay, so now Fred's in go mode and now just can go mode to the rest of his dungeons. But again, he's not going to get the red ring, I don't think. I mean, he's seen the map of level 1. I don't know if he had the compass when he was there, so maybe he takes the wrong turn? I don't know, we'll see.
And TA is getting turned around in 8. If Fred takes stairs in 8 and has a faster 8 than TA, that's a route to catch up. This just got a little more spicy.
I mean, I still think TA's got a pretty big advantage, but Fred's not that far behind. He looks far behind because he's got, the 4 missing Triforces compared to TA's 1, but none of these Triforces are going to take him that long.
And the other thing to note is, if Fred does decide to just go stair hopping and 8ing, comes into the Triforce more quickly, that's the kind of thing that Fred would need to do here to catch back up.
Yep. Yeah, the equalizer is in 8 instead of in 9 in a 2Q back half.
Fred's going to elect to pick up some money here.
Yeah, that's four more silver arrows he can shoot.
Yes. Not sure if... I don't think Fred's looking for anything else. I think he's seen every level.
Has he seen 6?
Has he?
He might not have seen 6.
I'm trying to remember.
He's definitely he's seen 1, he's seen set 5, he's seen 8. In fact, 1 and 5 are right in this area.
Yep. But TA has a path to the Triforce. Maybe. It could be
this has to bomb.
I was hoping for Super Room 1-off Triforce.
I mean, level 8 does have those 2 one-way staircases. Could take you right into the room with the Triforce. That would be really weird, but
Oh, fires don't die.
Fires rolling up is ugh.
Fred dies, but the fires don't. A tale of Z1R.
Yep. Alright, TA, now with all 8 Triforces, gonna head to level 9. Which just happens to be right here. Now, this is a 2Q9, so there's only a couple, 2 or 3 transports, there's a couple items. We're gonna get walk through walls, and not a lot of key doors, but we have the ND key, so we don't care.
It's a little bit more awkward to route at times, because you have to get up into the ears, but it's less awkward to route if you're just, going.
Yeah, I mean, it's got more of the weird... It's got, the turnstile rooms are common, chutes are common, so it can be awkward to route, like you say. But yeah, it's a much smaller... See, there's a turnstile right there. But yeah, it's a much smaller dungeon, and with, it doesn't have the 6 transport staircases that 1Q9 has, or Shapes 9.
Right. I spy... ropes. That's always the worst feeling, when you place the bomb, and as the bomb's exploding, then you go through the door. And
yeah.
Here's for Fred. The book causes fire. He is still looking around on this left side of 9 as Fred is going ahead and working his way through 5. Kidnapped the weights in Southeast Skull, so we have a Zelda hit. Fred taking another death in 5.
I mean, just absolutely brutal without the... Every time you start, he's got those 11 hearts, but you only start with 3, which is one of the more annoying aspects of this video game.
Fred's gonna go look for some, Oh, well, there's Ganon, and Zelda might be nearby.
Yeah, we got an extra shutter in here.
Oh man, TA has a chance to sub 50, but Zelda has to be right north of this room again. Has to, cooperate at least a little bit.
Well, and Zelda has to cooperate too. Hey, there's a magic sword. Fred gets a magic sword. That's nice.
Nice. And that will be Rip sub 50, I think. I don't think it's physically possible to kill Ganon fast enough now.
Yeah, even if Zelda's just in the next room.
But it could very well be close. And Fred's headed to 1.
No, if he finds the red ring, if he goes to the
left,
he should get that red ring.
Ganon down for TA. A nickel for Fred, and he is going to go to the left.
That's going to be good for Fred. Well, it wasn't right above, but it was close.
Yeah.
And
everyone, please get your DDs in chat for ta909.
Finishing with an official time of 50:23, which, while not a record for a single seed, if anybody has the stats, I suspect that his total time over the 2 seeds might have been a record for the tournament.
Just absolutely plowed through this. Although Fred, not the thing that really, besides the red ring, we've spoken about at length here. The other thing is that TA just hit the absolute perfect route as best he could.
Yep. Yeah, and again, the ladder, I think, played not in the same way as it did yesterday, because in yesterday's seed, it was the ladder and the power bracelet in level 5 that Fred missed. He died in the room with the ladder. I think he ended up triple dipping that level 5. Whereas TA did have to double dip it because he had to come back with the recorder to get the power bracelet, which was turned out to be required. Fred had the opportunity to keep it erased by getting, if he'd gotten both items the first time through, and he didn't. But then, this time, getting that Armos item right away, getting the ladder at the Armos, and being able to get that white sword, dipping into 8 and saying, maybe I shouldn't be in 8 this early. Gets the white sword, and then finds 5 and 1 after having the ladder, so doesn't get ladder blocked. Has the book for a large portion of the seed, gets all the hints. So yeah, just kind of a snowball effect from there. In the meantime, I do see TA's opponent in chat, Chess Jerk, the number 1 seed. I do believe that ends up making, that's the top 4 seeds getting in.
Yes.
And I know CJ is well versed with playing TA. He's the reason why that they played each other, and CJ is the reason why TA is the 4th seed because CJ won that race. So get a nice little rematch. I'm sure it'll be a fun race.
Now I didn't see Fred pick up a Triforce out of 5, so we may have to go back for that still.
I feel like the Triforce in 5 was somewhat deep.
It was.
And yes, we do have Fred's audio, which does include him talking.
But don't
that's
worry,
okay. This is just the Z1 randomizer. We can listen to Fred's thoughts. It's fine.
And also, he is very much known for keeping himself in friendly.
Yeah, he is one of the cleanest streamers that I know. So we're not gonna get any accidental swear words. Might get some monkeys though.
Instructions unclear. He suddenly says, "Son of an apricot." And everyone
that would be different.
How an apricot has a son. So hold on, though. I think this means it's finally happened. The one thing that Fred has consistently I think jokingly requested is to con his own race.
Yeah, but apparently I'm reading that only we can hear it, which is I say let them all hear it. I don't think that's Fred, that can't bomb. This is 2Q8. There's no room there.
There's no magical bomb. That would be the most magical bomb wall that would ever exist.
Yeah, chat.
Even more rare than the bomb wall in 7.
Yeah, chat saying cannot hear Fred. That's
Oh no.
another. Oh, apparently we hear Fred now.
Yes. So yeah, I honestly don't. I still don't remember where 6 was. I didn't write it down, and I'm running.
I want to say it was somewhere in east, somewhere in Death Mountain.
Maybe East Death Mountain.
Yeah, Fred's gonna take the wand.
Yeah.
I agree with taking the wand.
It's wonderful, they say.
That's right.
Yes. None shall pass except for everyone that walks in behind me.
That's right.
Let's see.
No,
Oh,
he doesn't do. Let's go. that Goma just
that poor Goma.
Yeah, poor Goma getting picked down by both runners. Fred, unfortunately, is going to run into the same thing that TA did, which is that this takes you all the way to the room underneath the L in Realm, but does not take you to the actual Triforce.
Yep.
Oh, is he going to take this? Oh, it's the item. It's the heart.
Everyone, please prepare to hear what I believe will be a son of a monkey. Not yet.
Yeah, I mean this level 8 is just gonna twist you and turn you and to all the weird places.
Mm-hmm. Hey, maybe we'll get to hear the rare comment about how second question has to be deleted. There's a map.
Hi, map.
Bye, map.
Well, I in talking with Fred at length, yeah, one of his big things is to make sure things are toggleable. So, you can have people who like second quest can play it.
That was me before this tournament.
I remember you used to like QQ4.
Yes! I thought it was a good level.
It's a terrible level.
It's a meh level. I'm not ready to say it's a terrible level yet.
I still have scars from playing this the first time and 2Q4 and having to go and kill the huge Dark Nut room just to get a map to figure out that we had to go past the Triforce room.
Oh, 2Q4 and vanilla is absolutely terrible. Like, it's legitimately the single meanest thing that Zelda 1 ever did.
Yeah, I'd buy that. I, in general, do like Second Quest, but 2Q4, mm-mm.
Well, we all know 2Q3 is the best level to date.
2Q3 is great.
See, Fred might have a path. Nope. It's the most magic of stairs.
Yeah, and unfortunately for Fred, these dungeons can't be equalizers when there's only one path and they both have to find it.
Yeah.
Which makes level, 2Q8 a little bit less of an equalizer than, say, 1Q9. Which often has more than one path, and one runner can take the quick path, the other runner takes the slower path.
What about the path that goes through the turnstile? See, that path worked. Bye, Gliok.
Yeah, bye, Gliok. You get to stay alive today.
Fred's seen a lot of this 8. It's not the one section that he needs to go to.
Yeah, and he does, and as many people know, Fred does track by hand, paper and pencil, or pen, as it were. I don't imagine that's easy. I mean, he knows what he's doing. He's been doing it that way for years, and no reason for him to change. But I find it very impressive that you can do that. But when you have all these transports,
I once tried to track by paper, and then realized I don't have the desk space to do this. I need a computerized tracker.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's my thing, is my desk has enough space for my wrists, and that's about it.
Yeah, that doesn't leave much room for a piece of paper.
That's part of why I know I need a desk upgrade, is, well, that. And yes, playing on a keyboard doesn't help because I have to keep it close to me. Okay, so it's just a key in that room.
I mean, we saw the floor item.
Nah, that was the power race, so both runners got that early.
Yeah, we saw the floor item.
Yes. Oh, I thought you were saying you still have.
No. That's okay.
I misheard. Where does this stair go? Oh,
Yep.
That's a one-way.
So it goes to the Chevy room. Because there has to be a staircase that goes to the Chevy room in 2Q8.
Oh, yeah. Similar to how there's always a fruit stand.
I don't remember when it was. It may have been last year's random percent tournament where there was actually a item in a Chevy room that you got plopped onto through a 2Q8 staircase.
I think for me, the weirdest thing I've ever seen with 2Q was in one of the earlier versions of the randomizer. I think right around when Shapes was released, I was playing an all 2Q seed because, well, I wasn't used to Shapes yet.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, oh, what happens if we play all 2Q? Because last time I did that, I broke it. And I got transported out of a one-way stair into Zelda's room.
Nice.
Like, in 9 with her in it.
Oh, okay.
I just bypassed Ganon completely. It's like, oh, okay.
I mean, was it a C where technically you were supposed to kill Ganon or no?
Yes.
Oh, that's awesome.
One-way stared into Zelda, and I'm like, I'm glad this isn't a race because I'd have to ask if this is a legal finish.
I don't know what you do. Like, you'd have to reset, and then hope you have a recent save. That's yeah. Go ahead.
Do you just obey and go kill Ganon anyway, and then go back to that stair?
Yeah, that would be fair.
I'm glad that question has not had to come up yet. Because that would certainly be a fun one to answer. I think this was the right stair.
Yeah, it sounds like Fred, I hear saying under his breath that, don't tell me this is the one. And it is. Because he's been in that room a few times.
Yeah. Manhandler doesn't cooperate quite as much, but Fred gets the Triforce out of 8. This needs 5, 6, and then go to 9.
Well, you know what's a really good thing to have when Manhandler doesn't cooperate like that? The magic sword. Just finish him off.
Magic sword. I mean, magic sword's just a good item in general. It's just sometimes it's kind of awkward to get. He needs so many hearts.
All right, yeah. So Fred just saying he still needs to find 6. So we are still looking for 6.
Mm-hmm.
Look, he just wants some bombs over here.
And it's gonna go ahead and get the Triforce out of 5.
Yeah, that totally makes sense. Get your level 5 Triforce.
For what it's worth, I have seen Fred use the pen and paper tracker in person, and it is as effective as it sounds.
I've also seen you play on a keyboard in person.
Yes.
Which is also
that is
cool.
as effective as it sounds.
I mean, I would say, I mean, I am impressed by anyone that can play any video games on keyboard, but Zelda 1 does not compare to the people that I watch play Super Metroid on a computer on a keyboard. I can't even fathom that one.
I tried it a couple of times, and I couldn't find a good button layout that didn't feel just completely awkward to play it with.
Mm.
That was what stopped. That's really what stopped me from doing it. But also, I've gotten very comfortable with it on.
Yeah, I feel like Fred needs to go down a little bit further for this Triforce, but not all the way to the bottom.
Yeah, I think it's like somewhere in that M column near, but not at the bottom. Because stair item in 5 is right next to it, with that being the red candle. And that was near the bottom too.
I wonder if TA picks up the wand if he didn't already have that red candle.
I would think so at that point, yeah.
Okay, well, the compass was about where we were thinking. It turns out, but that will get him to the Triforce.
And here's the shoot room. And oh, it's ladder blocked.
I mean, the game.
Get around.
It's always funny the way. Can you clip into that Triforce? I mean, you can't get there because you need the ladder to begin with, but it's just not quite low enough. Okay.
Yeah, it's a case of you could clip if it was a half tile lower, you could clip into it.
Okay.
But because it's on the platform and not on the river, like the item in the river room is, that makes it impossible to clip.
Gotcha.
Now, if somebody finds a way to double clip, then you could probably get it. But then you could just start bypassing water by just repeatedly double clipping.
If you could just keep clipping, maybe. But that would be really slow and very annoying. I hope that never becomes a thing.
Yeah. Unless you really... I mean, I feel like the amount of... Well, what would you even do with an infinity clip? That's the real question. Like, there's very few instances I can think of where an infinity clip would really be that large of an advantage outside of getting past maybe some Chevy or some ladder, outside of getting past ladder blocks. But then there's also the question of how much time are you going to spend doing those infinity clips versus ladder?
Yep, exactly.
So it may not actually be worth it. But I like that these ideas are getting aired out, because I'm a fan of if it's not an absolutely just objectively bad idea, like patches that have wizards surrounding them.
That would be a really bad idea.
Now, caveat: I'm the person that said a wizard that shoots wall masters is a good idea.
A wizard that shoots wall masters. I could go for that.
You just have to dodge. Which you already dodge wizard beams.
Yeah, well, theoretically you're doing that anyway, right?
Yeah, because it would be on the teleport. It wouldn't be on the blue wizards. It would be a copy of the orange wizard. There's 6.
Oh, okay. Not quite Death Mountain, but right near.
Well, that explains why I forgot that it was here, because I never remember this spot exists until the map tells me, hey, you can check the spot.
The spot next to the Forgotten Spot.
Yeah. I think this is actually the new Forgotten Spot, and the old Forgotten Spot is becoming more remembered, as everyone knows it's the Forgotten.
You know, I mean, because you've been around long enough, do you know the lore behind the original naming of the Forgotten Spot?
I want to say it was... I don't know if it was the Random Percent tournament or the tournament after that.
The 2020 Random Percent, I assume.
Random Percent would make the most sense. There was a race where one of the runners was like 5 Triforces ahead, flying through the seat on pace for sub-hour. Forgotten Spot had I think it was a level that they never checked. And in the process of doing the entire overworld, went back into like some stupid, I think, Shapes 8 to go dig items because they couldn't find this level because they thought they were overworld blocked when it was just forgotten. I think that's what the history of it is, and ever since it's been forgotten spot, until people started to remember it, and now I think there should be a new candidate.
I don't think we saw that mugger room on TA side, so that says Fred's not in the right direction for this Triforce. But there's the compass, so it's fine.
Yeah, it looks like it was just a case of TA went down where Fred went right. But
yeah, it sure looks that way.
And
which is good for TA, because TA would have had to give up another heart to get out of there.
Yep. And I do like this choice from Fred to go ahead and take the path that he knew instead of hoping that he could get through on the other side.
I agree.
Those little small things, sometimes you don't think about them, but they can actually add up over the course of a scene. So now Fred's just got to go to 9, which he knows where it is.
And it's right by 8, if I'm not mistaken, so you just record it there pretty easily.
Yes. So it looks like he's going to elect to walk from here, maybe thinking about buying some potions on the way, but he's already skipped the letter.
Hard to buy potions without the letter.
Yeah.
And I think he's gotten all the taken. He's got Red Ring, 11 Hearts, Magic Sword. He should be fine.
Yeah. He's just going to HUD clip real quick.
Love the HUD clips.
And into 9 we go. What'll we find? Pagan. Oh, actually, we're going to be fighting anti-Zelda.
Yeah, that's right. Anti-Zelda, Zombie Zelda, whatever you want to call her. It's a very scary looking sprite to me. We're gonna kill a Dig Dogger on our way.
Yep. Poor Spiky. All Spiky had to do was not block a door. Now Fred's taking a little bit of a different path than what TA took. Heading towards that right ear.
Well, you know they say go for the ears. I don't think we were in any of the ears, though.
Neither
here?
of the 2 pieces are in the ears. You know, there was a boxer that went for the ears once, and it didn't go well for him.
That's old. Yeah, I remember that.
I may or may not have been alive at that point.
I was definitely alive at that point.
Wait, was that 97 or 87?
I want to say it was 97.
Okay, then I was alive at that point.
I would say late 90s.
Yeah, if it was late 90s, we're good. Oh, the one-way stair leads to a Triforce room.
That's always fun.
The Triforce room should have a staircase.
I mean, it has a block you could push in the right spot.
Yeah. Could you imagine that? Everyone's just like very confused. Where are the silvers? And you just have to push a block in a Triforce room to get them.
That would be different.
Now Fred's gonna head over towards the left ear.
I want to say it was just the right side, right cheek area.
Yeah, the right bottom right area. But without knowing without that knowledge of 9, you just go to the ears because that makes the most sense. They're also the farthest away, so you can knock out a lot of stuff on the way there. Probably gonna take the stair if it's a transport. If it's not, see what the item is.
I would take the stair because you know you're in the wrong spot, so just see where this takes you.
Might lead you right to Ganon and Zelda.
Or it could be the item.
You get a tutor.
It's the recorder. It's the recorder we started with.
Well, that's nice. And if you look at Fred's current map of 9, he's looking at the bottom of goalposts.
Yeah, it sure does.
Now this is going to lead Fred in the correct direction.
Getting red bubbled though isn't gonna help him.
No, but I think he got fireballed and not red bubbled.
Oh, okay.
Here's Ganon. Or I guess anti-Zelda. One, two.
Oh, you
Red's
can't
gotta be
take
careful.
another hit.
Watching your health go to 0 does not count as watching your health. Just saying.
You're not wrong.
Red's gotta
Red
be
doing the
careful
red
here.
bubble dance.
Has the candle out to be able to candle boost if needed. But is not going to be needed to get into Ganon's room for round 2. Fred versus Ganon. Trying to make it Gan off. There's 2 hits. It only needs 4.
Alright, there we go.
Ganon
Now
has
just
become
up
Gan
and
off.
right.
And
Up
yeah,
and
he's
right.
going to see this. And don't leave the room immediately. There we go.
And here's the rescued Ganon, because we're playing as a Gibdo. And don't die in a fire, please. There you go. Get your GGs for Fred. His official time is 1:16 flat.
And that is game 2 of the series.
Yeah, that means TA is going to move on to face Chess Jerk in the semifinals in a best of 5. The other series being Bogey Smalls versus Angel FM. The top 4 seeds, after all the Swiss and all the brackets and everything, we end up with the top 4 seeds. So congratulations to those 4 players for moving on. And I look forward to seeing the semifinals. It's going to be a fun set of series.
Yeah, and I'm honestly thinking, given the 4 runners that are in it, I'm expecting that these seeds are going to be really fast, and sub hours may become reasonably common with that set of runners.
I mean, we definitely have players that can do it. Now, the seeds will have other things to say. Bogey says in chat, very jokingly, could have just done a small top 4 bracket and saved 2 months. But we've had fun, Bogey. It's been fun calling all these races and watching you all play, so.
Yeah. Look, we could... Look, yeah, okay, statistically the top 4 seeds would be the ones here, but it very well could have been, like, none of the top 4 seeds.
It could.
All
It
of
could
them
have.
had close races.
Yeah. I mean, there were a lot of really good players in this tournament. Yeah, we know you're kidding, Bogey. We know.
I don't think there was an... I think it was said, like, in week 2 of Swiss and is held throughout the tournament, there are no easy matches.
No, there are none.
There are none.
All right. Now, I don't believe either runner is around to do any kind of chatting after the race, so that is going to do it for us. Keep an eye on your schedule. Actually, let me see if there's any of the best of the rest scheduled yet. I know none of the semis, none of the regular semis have been scheduled yet, but let's just take a look. See if there's. I don't think there's anything on the schedule, so y'all in the semifinals, get yourself on the schedule so we have more races. Oh wait, no, that's the one we just did.
Yeah,
the only one showing.
I know there was a note sent out to the best of the rest to try to not get too far ahead of the main, so I believe they are good to go to be scheduling now.
All right, and they didn't have their top 4 didn't get in. We have on one side of the bracket we have PDX Rex versus Stags. That's a 16 versus a 12, and on the other side we got Ravioli versus Malkier. That's a 10 versus a 14. So see, you do have to play the races.
Yes.
So good luck to those 4 as well. Good luck to our 4 main bracket semifinalists. I want to thank some people. We had Kami and Renekai setting up the restream. Huge shout out to him. Without him, we don't have a restream because we kind of need a restreamer to have a restream. And we had JXB Adam doing the tracking. Trackers always are MVPs without the trackers. We have no idea what's going on. So huge shout outs to both Adam and Kamian, and a huge thank you to both of them. Also, it's always a pleasure to do commentary with you. I'm glad we got a chance to do this.
Absolutely, Tracy, and I'm looking forward to doing this again, whether this tournament, other tournaments, or potentially
maybe in person. Maybe this year we'll have enough players at the SG Live in person that you won't be playing all the matches that are on stream. And we could call a race.
I would like to have more people there for just, if nothing else, also just,
because they're cool people.
Yes.
So yeah, all of you listening at home, come to SG Live. But yeah, it was absolutely a pleasure. That is going to do it for us. Keep an eye out in the schedule for semifinals races. They will appear in the relatively near future. But that is going to do it for us. Also, Adam, Kami Renakai, I'm Tracy M. We'll see you at the next race.